Dobry утро, dobry утро. Good morning. So last night I went to bed. It was raining and freezing. Woke up this morning and it snowed on me. I'll show you shortly. So I had to, okay, so last night I got so cold. I had on my merino wool top and bottom, my jacket, and then I had to put on my snow pants, and I was okay. I just used my cold weather sleeping bag that got me through the night, and I actually slept pretty good. And anyway, so right now just doing coffee. My little setup. That's my little coffee bar. And I'm a coffee slut, and I only have half a jar of organic instant coffee left. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got a bunch of tea, and anyways, I got to deal with condensation. That's something that they don't talk about in videos, and I'm gonna get outside and move around a little bit. But because it's wet and snowy, I'm gonna spend the majority of my time inside the van, and it's freezing. So right now in the van it's 29 degrees Fahrenheit. That's minus 15 Celsius. For my European and Canadian friends. And I can't catch a break. It was not supposed to snow when I came up here. The weather report said it was not. It said it was going to be sunny, but tomorrow is supposed to be sunny, and I'm going to be up here till the 23rd or the 24th. Come hell or high water, I'm staying here. I don't care. If a tornado happens, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. So anyways, I'll show you guys the outside shortly. Thank you. So this is what happened. This is right where I'm parked. This is my little security barrier back here. I slept a lot better knowing that I wasn't so exposed. I like to be tucked away. Anyways, yeah, so this is what happened last night. Freaking snowed all over me. Ugh. Anyways, it's not too bad. I have a condensation problem on my ceiling right now I got to deal with. But yeah, so this is supposed to be sunny tomorrow. So my plan was tomorrow to cut a bunch of wood and then move it to a different campsite. But yeah, so this is beautiful snow. What's funny is like people will see this snow and they're like, "Oh, it's so beautiful. I would love to be there." And it's like, "No, you wouldn't. You'd be freezing your balls off." I'm gonna use this. Fuck. My hurt finger. Anyways, I'm gonna use this as a table. Pretty big piece of wood. Anyways, look at that, it's a beautiful table. I'll use it to, because tomorrow I'm supposed to get sun, and I can use this to cook on and set stuff on, and yeah, so it's a bunch of big wood out over there. This would be in the old days I would have split this with an axe and used it as firewood at my house. And anyways, yeah, this is a really good spot I found. Like, if I have my daughter by next year, this would be a really good place to take children, because you got all this open area, and there's trails going all through here. I hiked back there. I like it to where there's like trees and then open area, but I hiked all the way back here. There's a river that goes through there, and there's some good camping sites. Sorry for spitting. There's some good camping sites out in the bushes, and then you could take the little guys out here to hike the trails, to build up their confidence. And that's where a dog would come in, because the children can go out there kind of on their own, you know, like 100 feet, and then take the dog with them to look out for them. But so my daughter will be like 9 by next year, and this would be a really good spot because you got fishing, good camping spots in the trees, and then you got all this open area. This is on a volcano, so you got like sulfur rocks everywhere, like lava rocks that have hardened. And so I like this open area and then the trees. So it's like timberland meets the high desert. But yeah, I'm very proud of my my table. That's gonna make a good table right there. And yeah, everything I do, I always think like this would be really fun for my daughter. Next year, we'll be hanging out, ripping around the mountains. I want to show you this river. Like I'm in a really, this is the national forest. So check this out. There are trout in this water right here. Man, this would be the best area to take my daughter. But look at this is pretty cool, huh? You can sleep under there if you had to. Anyways, so I'm parked like, I don't know, 100 feet from here. But there's a lot of trout. I was gonna buy a fishing license, but I'm not from this state. They wanted like $150 for a fishing license. So the next time I come up here, I'm hoping I have my daughter and she doesn't need a license. But yeah, there's trout in here. The river's moving water gives off negative ions, and it's really good for you. So anyways, I just wanted to show off my river. Some really cool hiking trails around here too. So my new table, you know, you got to improvise. I could use this as a cutting board. So I'm gonna make one of my lemon drinks. I could use, beautiful, huh? Beautiful cutting board. Yeah, so I'm just kind of hanging out in the rain. Yeah, which might seem a little bit crazy, but I'm sick of being in the van. Anyways, yeah. Make some lemon juice. All the ingredients got to be organic though. Don't forget that. And then I'm gonna mix in some. This is NaC plus glycine powder. This is like a like a detoxification mix, and it supports glutathione production, immune defense, and detoxification. So I'll take this, and then tonight I'll do charcoal. I actually sleep really good when I take activated coconut shell charcoal, organic. But I'm stoked about my table because now I can cut stuff. I'm gonna stay here for like a week. I'm backwoods. I'm close to a road. However, I don't mind being right here because I got all this open space, and anybody that comes down this road to go camping, you know, dispersed camping, they'll see me, and I want to be seen. Like I'm not trying to, like, you know, hide out right now. You got to remember, you're dealing with the normie mindset. If you're in America, no matter where you go, you got to deal with the normie, and the normie is configured to destroy. So if a normie comes pulling in here and they see me, they won't really think nothing of me. But if I'm out there in the boonies to where I'm kind of like low key and laying low, if they saw me walking around with a kitchen knife, they would probably go to town and call the police and be like, there's a guy walking around with a machete and he's crazy. So you always have to beware of the normies. They are destroyers of mankind. So just want to show off my little table. I love this table. It's the best table I've ever had. Dobry utra, Callan. Dobry utra. Good morning, you guys. So I just got up. Last night, I had a witching hour wake up. That's where like you get woken up by like something paranormal around 3 a.m. So I got woken up at 3:30, and a witching hour wake up is where like something unsettling is going on. Like, you know, like if like it feels like something is watching you, something paranormal. And I've told people in the past I attract paranormal, and I didn't fall back asleep until like 7, and I slept for like another hour, so I only got like 5 hours of sleep. I don't mind the cold. It's freezing cold, but it was supposed to be warm. And I think about all the money I've spent on my custody battle, and I'm like, man, I could have taken a fraction of that money and put a diesel heater in my van. You got to get a diesel heater. I've been doing van camping for the last like month and a half in the snow, in freezing cold rain. Like I've been doing snow camping with just my camping gear, and it gets down to like 5 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's no fun. So get yourself a diesel heater. Anyways, I'm gonna get up, make coffee, and got a headache. It was just a weird night. Like I said, I had a witching hour wake up, and I don't like those. But anyways, I'm gonna make the best. When you give me lemons, I make lemonade. You know. Anyways, I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on out here. My hand is like 40%, or excuse me, like 60 to 70%. I still can't grab an axe and cut wood. That was gonna be one of my main stress relievers, was cutting wood. But what are you gonna do? Anyways, at least I'm alive, right? At least I'm alive. I had some normie. They sent me a message, and they said, when you're out in the wilderness, if you're such a smart guy, where do you poop? How do you poop? And I'm thinking, like, you don't know where you poop when you're out in the wilderness? So to the normie that sent me an email asking me, where do you poop when you don't have a toilet? You take a shovel. This is why you buy a little shovel. You walk about 100 yards from your camp. You dig a hole. Yeah. You dig a hole about 1.5 to 2 feet deep. Can you see it? You pull your pants down, you squat over the hole, and you poop in the hole, and you wipe your butt. I would recommend wet wipes. You put the wet wipes in the poop in the hole, and you bury it. And if it's a 2-foot hole, it'll just dissolve into the ground. So anyone who's wondering where you poop without a toilet, we used to go out into the wilderness and squat down and poop in holes. That's what you do. That's how you poop in the wilderness, Normie. Thank you. Hey, what's up, you guys? The importance of cleaning a wound. So that's my injury, 3 stitches, and you got to keep these things clean. It's pretty much healed. I've had this happen 4 days ago. 7 days they said I can take the stitches out, but the reason why you want to keep an injury like a cut clean, hydrogen peroxide. You can mouthwash with this too. But anyways, it's important to keep your cuts clean. Yeah, this thing's pretty much healed, because if you get an infection, the infection, even in a small cut like this, if it gets infected and I don't have antibiotics and get to the hospital, the infection could get into my bloodstream and go to my heart and kill me. I knew of a truck driver who had an abscessed tooth, and anyways, it abscessed on the road, And that's what happened. He finally made it to a hospital, and it was too late. And bacteria or whatever from the abscessed tooth got into his bloodstream, and it killed him. And all he would have needed is antibiotics. So anytime you go to the hospital for even a little cut, make them give you antibiotics. They're real weird about giving these out. I know why, but you can't talk about it. So you got to make them give you these antibiotics. I didn't need them. However, if I started to get sick and this thing started to, get infected, I would have to start a cycle of antibiotics, because if you don't, the infection could get into your bloodstream and it'll go to your heart and kill you. So it's always good to have antibiotics. And then I didn't have to use these, so I could put them in my bug out bag. And this is that antibiotic cream. So I'll just put antibiotic Band-Aid, and tomorrow I'll just take off the Band-Aid and stop wearing this. And it'll be pretty much healed, and then Thursday I could cut the stitches out. I got all the stuff to do it. It's just good practice. I'm enjoying the sun. I finally got some sun, and I was able to hang up my gear. You get a lot of condensation when you're winter camping, like in the snow, like I have been. So it's good to hang up your stuff when you get the sun. And I was doing a little walking, dug a hole, pooped in it. I was gonna go hiking, but I'm sketched out to leave my van. An older guy pulled in over here, like in a van. He's like a van lifer guy, older guy, like gray hair. And he was walking around. I didn't see him until this morning, and he just looks beat down from life. And I was thinking, that's this life here on earth it's designed to just beat the living crap out of you. And I'm watching him walk around, and I'm thinking to myself, he's probably been divorced like 4 times, and all the women in his life have, stabbed him in the back, taken his money. He's probably like 65, and this is the first time ever in his life he's had any peace. Now, the downside is he's 65. I'm 45, and I've already had my ass kicked by life pretty hard. So it is what it is, but you got to remember, everything bad that usually happens to you in this world, it's set up like that. Everything in our system is set up in a way to where it's meant to keep you down. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't blame yourself. Anyways, I'm gonna dress this, and then I'm gonna take a nap. I'm tired. I didn't sleep good last night. I had a witching hour wake up. I hate those. Anyways, you guys have a good one. I finally got some sun, so I'm out here with my new table, my chair, and I'm gonna read. This is a nice spot because, here, I'll show you. You guys have seen it, but I love that open area behind me. That's my kind of scenery out there. Anyways, I got a guy camping over there. He's like an older van lifer. I don't mind, because I'm not trying to what is it called? I'm not trying to be off the radar. I'm trying to. This whole national forest is a lot of normies go there, and so when you're hiding out in an area and the normies see you just never know what they're gonna do, or like if they're gonna make something up and be like, there's people hiding in the woods and they threaten us. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'll go talk to him and introduce myself, and we can watch each other's stuff. He doesn't look like a normie. He looks like an older man who has a lot of life experience, and he's getting out and doing what I'm doing, except he's a lot older than me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm getting ready to shut it down. I had a good day. I took a nap, which is very rare. I didn't sleep good last night. I told you I had a witching hour wake up. This book's kind of getting good, The Keys to Occult Science. The reason why I read this stuff is because I learn what the elites
religion and what they practice. And so if you study like real occultism, you can learn what makes the people that are in charge of everything. You can learn what makes them tick. You can learn about their religion. And so that's why I read it. I'm not an occultist per se. I do tarot readings and palm readings and numerology, but I learned that from my aunts who were gypsies, and they actually made their living off doing that. So I learned how to do it, but I'm not into the dark stuff at all. Somebody was telling me to, come to Jesus, and I told them I'm not like practicing dark magic or anything. So anyways, yeah, so I'm just getting ready to shut it down and wanted to show you it's now sunny, and that's a big morale booster, because I've been living in freezing cold snow, freezing my balls off in this van. I gotta get a diesel heater. That's all there is to it if I'm gonna do this. This van's going back, and I'll explain later, but I'm thinking maybe I'll buy one of those Subaru Outbacks. They're small, and all you could really do is sleep in it. Like, you would have to do everything outside, but maybe that would be cool, This van, man, I'll make a video. Do not buy one of these vans. I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want to get sued. Do not buy one of these vans. You've seen it in the video. Stay far away from these vans. Anyways, all right.